Yesterday in Orlando, Florida, there was an attack on the Pulse nightclub. It's a gay nightclub in Orlando, Florida. And right now, there's over 49 people that are confirmed dead from this attack. And I'm here in the gay district to ask people in the community what they feel America should do to prevent these kind of attacks from happening. Do you think gun legislation is the answer, or is there something else?
Well, there's several answers. Reasonable gun laws would be good. I think there's no reason why anybody needs an AK-47 or any kind of other assault rifle, in my opinion. But I also think that hate speech is too normalized, and we could do a lot to make hate speech unacceptable.
Right, and I'm not sure if you're aware, but the Fort Pierce Islamic Center, where Omar Mateen, the shooter, was frequenting and worshiping, the imam there, the religious leader, is on video saying that the punishment in Islam for being gay is death.
Yeah, I've read the story. I'm not sure it was the imam that's actually at the center, or maybe a visiting imam, but I'd have to know more before I comment on that.
I understand it was the father that was brainwashing him.
That could be the case too, but I don't know enough about the center in Orlando to make a judgment.
I mean,
Wasn't
the
it
Pulse
Orlando or somewhere else?
Somewhere else.
Yeah.
It was in Orlando, the Fort Pierce Islamic Center in Orlando. But as you know, the Pulse nightclub, a lot of nightclubs are gun-free zones. They're areas where, whether or not you have a license to carry, you're not supposed to bring a weapon in there. And this guy, Omar Mateen, didn't follow the law. He was actually a security guard, a member of G4H, which is part of the Department of Homeland Security. So he legally had his assault rifle, or his AR-15, excuse me. I think those are just names that we assign to things. I mean, what's to stop, say we make a law, what's to stop the bad guy from breaking that law?
Well, that is an issue. I mean, there are a lot of illegal guns with people right now. I mean, we're a gun-saturated society. I think I have read that Australia has had some good experience. I want to say it's Australia where they have some restrictions on guns, and yes, they're illegal, but because of the restrictions, they're not as
They're just uncommon.
they're not as common, and they're not all over, and so illegal guns are much more expensive. So it's less likely that they're accessible to a lot of people.
That's a common, argument that I've heard. Australia, Japan, some of these other cultures that have stigmatized firearms. But this is America, and wouldn't that be punishing, all the 80 million Americans that didn't commit a mass murder, that just want to be able to defend their family?
How is giving somebody a license a punishment? Why can't this be regulated like driving?
I mean, they admittedly want to. Dianne Feinstein said that if she could get all the votes in the House and the Senate, she'd vote to take all the guns away. So while they say reasonable.
If I could have gotten 51 votes in the Senate of the United States for an outright ban, picking up every one of them, Mr. and Mrs. America, turn them all in, I would have done it.
Gun control.
I don't believe that either.
No, if the assault rifle,
I think you're putting words in her mouth.
we have no need for assault rifles at all.
All right. Well, thanks for talking with me. Do you guys have anything else you want to say about the Pulse nightclub?
This is a tragedy. What else can you say?
It's not the first, it won't be the last. We do this every week in this country, don't we? Pretty much?
Well,
Seems like it.
This is the worst in American history, mass shooting.
How many have there been since Sandy Hook? 900 something? 900 mass shootings, I think? It's like one a day.
I think that's a little over what it is. From what I heard, it was like 25 attacks.
Depends on what your definition of mass shooting is.
Correct. Yeah.
No, they're going to.
It's been a lot. Yeah. All right. Thanks for your time, guys.